Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is video number 11 or lecture number 11 on this chapter current electricity. So today's topic is to understand terminal voltage. But before understanding terminal voltage, you have to understand few terms like what is potential drop. Now, what is potential drop? You have to understand, but I think you got the idea about what is potential. Ah. So, what is potential drop? I will cite the definition, then make you understand. It is the amount of voltage consumed by a electrical component. This electrical component may be a bulb or a say fan or any TV or any resistor. Okay, these are all resistors. This fan, bulb, these are all resistors because they have some resistance inside it. Now let's understand it. Suppose you have a battery. Suppose say this is the 20 volt, and this battery will provide some current. This current is passing through a bulb and then is coming. Now there will this 20 out of this 20 volt which I am giving to this bulb, because of the 20 volt this current is produced. Now this bulb will consume some potential. So this bulb will consume say if it consumes 20 volt only, so this potential drop through this bulb is 20 volt. So it is the potential which is consumed by the any electrical component. So this is the bulb. Okay. So if the bulb consumes this 20 volt, then the potential drop is 20 volt. Suppose you consider another situation. You have a bulb and then you have a fan. Okay, this is not exactly looking like a fan, but you can say this bulb consumes 5 volt and this fan consumes 15 volt. So potential drop across this bulb is 5 volt and potential drop across this fan is 15 volt, because this bulb is consuming 5 volt and this fan is consuming 15 volt. So the potential drop across this electrical component, or how much the voltage it is consuming from the battery, how much voltage these electrical components are consuming, that is called as the potential drop. So I hope you understood this potential drop part. Now we will come to understand what is terminal voltage. Now today's topic, what is terminal voltage. To understand terminal voltage, we will do a small experiment and see. Suppose you have a battery. This battery is of 20 volt and this battery will provide a current, right? This, to measure the current, I have a ammeter. I think you know what is an ammeter. Ammeter is a device to measure current. So there is an ammeter, and through the ammeter the current is passing, and then the current passes through a resistance. Means what? Like a fan bulb, something like that. You can say this is a resistor, and through the resistors it comes to the negative terminal. Now see, in life there are two situations. One is what we expect and another is our reality. So what we are doing right now is our expectation. Okay, we'll talk about reality a little later. Now this ammeter, say this bulb, say this resistor is say 5 ohm, right? Now how much current do I have in the circuit? Apply Ohm's law, that V is equal to IR. So I is equal to how much? V by R. So this will be how much? 20 by 5, which is equal to 4 ampere. So a current is flowing through it is 4 ampere. Okay, but and then this 4 ampere current, when it passes through this resistor, how much potential drop will be there? Potential drop across this resistor. So potential drop across this 5 ohm resistor, across 5 ohm resistor, how much it will have? 4 into 5, which is equal to 20 volt. So we are giving 20 volt battery and the resistor is consuming 20 volt. Okay, but this is what we expect. Okay, this is what we expect. But in reality, something else happens. In reality, the situation is little different. The situation, let me explain you. So we'll take the same situation, 20 volt. And this is passing through a ammeter. Then it is going through a bulb, a resistor of 5 ohm. And then it's coming back. Now what we get to see is that we expect that this ammeter will be measuring 4 ampere, right? So we expect that the potential drop across this 5 ohm is how much? 20 volt, and we can measure this also. That is why we will use a voltmeter. A voltmeter is a device which can measure potential drop. So if we connect a voltmeter in parallel, okay, what is a series, what is parallel, we'll discuss about that a little later. So you can say a voltmeter is connected like this, not like ammeter, and this voltmeter shows 20 volt. This is what we expect, but in reality something else happens. If we connect a voltmeter through this resistor, we are expecting 20 volt, but in reality this voltmeter measures 15 volt. That what it actually happens. In reality, this voltmeter measures 15 volt, not 20 volt. So we can see we are giving 20 volt, but this resistor is consuming only 15 volt. So in our calculation, there is a 5 volt, you can see 5 volt gap. So how this 5 volt gap is happening, that we have to understand. So basically, then once again I check this ammeter. I expect the ammeter to be a 4 ampere, but it does not happen so. This ammeter shows actually 3 ampere. We are expecting 4 ampere, then this shows 3 ampere. So now we can say the potential drop, if drop across 5 ohm resistor, if I see, is how much happening? 5 into 3. This, how much I'm going? 3 ampere. So if I apply Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So I means how much? 3 ampere into 5, 15 volt. So the potential drop across this resistor, across this this resistor is happening 15 volt. So this 5 volt, somewhere it is getting lost. We will discuss about why it is getting lost later, but the topic is terminal voltage. So this, this is the, so how much the voltage I am getting in the external circuit, not over here, in the external circuit, how much I am getting? 15 volt, and this 15 volt, how much that much I am getting, that is called as terminal voltage. So terminal voltage, it is a potential difference, of course, that is a potential difference. When in, so terminal voltage is a potential difference in the external circuit, and EMF, that was the voltage in the inside the cell or in the internal circuit, and always the EMF is greater than terminal voltage. This 20 volt is greater than 15 volt, so EMF is greater than terminal voltage. Now you must be having a question, so why this gap is happening? We will discuss that in the next video when we will discuss about internal resistance. Okay, so So the current in the external circuit, that is called as the terminal voltage, or you can say that the potential difference across the cell when the circuit is closed. And if you compare EMF and terminal voltage, EMF, what I taught you, it is the potential difference in the inside the cell, or in the inside the cell when the circuit was open. Now I am saying it is the potential difference when the circuit is closed, potential difference in the external circuit when the circuit is closed, not open. So we can see there is a potential difference is 20 volt, sorry, potential EMF is 20 volt, and this potential difference, how much I'm getting over here, is 15 volt, because we expect the current to be 4 ampere according to Ohm's law, but it is coming to be 3 ampere. Now why this terminal voltage, why this decrease in the current is happening, we will discuss. Obviously these questions are there in your mind, but we will discuss that in the next class. So I hope you understood till here. Now if I have to compare what is the terminal voltage and EMF, then it will better for you to understand. EMF, if you see, EMF is the potential difference across the electrodes inside the cell, or inside the electrolyte. So this was my EMF. That is the potential difference between the electrodes inside the electrolyte. But the potential difference between the electrodes in the external circuit, that is called as the terminal voltage. Okay, so EMF, if I have seen the previous video, I have discussed what is how to define EMF. It is the amount of work done in taking a unit positive charge in the external circuit as well as the internal circuit, external as well as internal. But if I talk about terminal voltage, it is the amount of work done, terminal voltage, amount of work done in taking a unit positive charge in the external circuit. So in the external circuit, only in the external circuit, how much work I am doing in taking a unit positive charge, that is called as the terminal voltage. So over here I can say V dash, that is the terminal voltage, is equal to work done by the unit positive charge. So only the work done from here to here, that is called as the W dash. So this is terminal voltage. I hope you understood this terminal voltage concept and EMF. Now in the next video we will discuss why the potential was decreasing, why I was not getting 20 volt in the external circuit. If my battery is 20 volt, then I should also get 20 volt in the external circuit, but that was not happening. So why that is not happening, we will discuss about that in the next video which is internal resistance.